Kia ora everyone, welcome to Bowls Live, proudly presented by Bowls New Zealand. We're at the Pukekohe Bowling Club for our second night of our round robin action. Our 6 outstanding bowlers with us once again after a brilliant opening evening yesterday. We've got Katelyn Inch, Shannon McIlroy, Sheldon, Bagrie-Howley, Tayla Bruce, Selina Goddard and 𝗀𝗶𝘃𝗲. Selina and Ryan are going to get us underway to start our second evening. Ryan, you only had the one game yesterday. How did you find sort of doing a bit of commentary, which I greatly appreciated, but only having the one game and having to sit and watch? Yeah,
I get to play 2 games tonight, so it was quite good. Had a win in the tiebreak end against Shannon and got to see how the rink was playing and see some strategy, so hopefully use that strategy tonight.
Selina, the ladies 3-0 against the blokes on night number 1. You feeling any pressure to keep the roll going to start off night 2?
Absolutely, especially coming against 𝗀𝗶𝘃𝗲, so we'll see how we go, try to do it for the girls.
Well, I think we've got an absolutely outstanding game ready and waiting to go, so we'll let Ryan and Selina go, and we're going to remind you as well about the format of Bowls5 and how it all works. So as we say, it's a double round robin, 5 ends per game of bowls, 4 bowls per bowl. The jack does go outside the rink, it will be re-spotted. We've got a fixed mat and jack length, and if there is a drawn game, as we did see on night number 1, we will go to the super end, a 1-bowl tiebreaker. Let's have a look at what actually happened on yesterday's opening night. And as you can see, Katelyn Inch, 2 from 2. You look at those points, but also look at the ends one and the shot differential. Wins also to Goddard, 𝗬𝗀𝘀𝗃 and Bruce, McIlroy and Bagrie-Howley. Little surprisingly, winless after the opening night. However, still plenty of bowls left to be played. A reminder, this is a double round robin singles event. Let's have a look at what we are expecting. How good that. 2 winners on the opening night. They will get us underway in 𝗬𝗀𝘀𝗃 and Goddard. Then McIlroy, who I know will be keen to try and end this winning run of Katelyn Inch. Then we go to 𝗀𝗶𝘃𝗃 again versus Sheldon Bagrie-Howley. Tayla Bruce, Selina Goddard, a couple of old mates going head to head, and then a final one, which I'm fascinated. 2 very assertive bowlers in McIlroy and Bagrie-Howley to wrap up our second night of action at Bowls5. Well, let's head up and get the toss and get night number 2 underway.
Tails.
It's a tail.
There you go, Selina.
Cheers. Tails never fails,
Tails
eh?
never fails.
Right, so we are set, we are ready to go. We've got Tayla Bruce, Shannon McIlroy providing a little bit of expert analysis. Anything you gleaned off the opening night, Shannon, that you might be able to use here tonight on day 2?
I think just as many bowls as you can inside that circle. And then it's obviously both players, as time goes on, everyone's going to get a little bit more comfortable, so heads will get tighter. And I think if you can somehow win 3 of the 5 ends, it goes a long way of winning one of these games.
So Selina has got us underway, and of course, Tayla, you had a very topsy-turvy opening night, getting blanked in your first one, but then coming back and getting a really nice bounce-back win. That must have been very positive as you head into today's action.
No, it was nice to show that I can actually play some bowls out here after that first round. Absolutely loved it though, it was good fun. But you know, with that target there, it's so tempting for us with that competitive spirit to want to get on that little target.
Of course, but of course that then compacts and gives people that don't mind being a little bit, shall we say, aggressive, maybe a bit of a target to try and play with. So Selina Goddard, as I said, she had a very good opening win. And
She did well, didn't she?
Yeah. And well, as we were saying, the opening there, the ladies blanking the blokes.
Yeah.
3-0. Was there much banter about that last night over dinner, Shannon McIlroy?
Yeah, well, there's not much we could say really, can we? So it's one of those ones we're better off keeping quiet, I think, and you know, us blokes sort of come back and come out firing tonight.
Well, that is the great thing, is and Tayla, you saw it yourself. You weren't happy with your opening game, but then you're able to bounce back. And we've still got plenty of nights worth of action here to get people into the position they want, remembering that we're doing a different kind of a playoff format. I think 𝗀𝗶𝘃𝗃 yesterday christened it the step ladder playoff system, where if you finish, that's a lovely bowl.
That's a 1
Goddard there. If you finish 5th or 6th, you've still got the opportunity because...
We'll wait here.
He's going...
Back
Oh,
one. It's not
there we
bad.
go.
Reduce the count.
Had to pause there when Ryan Bester goes on the march. It's something that you want to keep your eyes on.
I thought he was, he's given himself second shot here, so he might opt to go again. He's got the back bowl.
Yeah, exactly. The furthest back bowl will be very handy.
You know, if he does, if this doesn't count, or even if it does and he gets close to the shot bowl, there's a good chance that Ryan could bring out the big boomer here. So
Selina's going to try and make it a hard,
oh, that's
another
a good
target.
shot. That's
There we
really
go.
good. She nearly brought the back one into three.
So that's a couple now for Selina Goddard. As we're saying, that the playoff system, 5 will play 6 on our final evening. The winner of that plays whoever finishes 4, and then whoever wins that will play 3, and it steps its way up. So you could be the top qualifier as that goes whistling through, and it's going to be Selina Goddard to grab a couple of shots
Another good start
on
for
the
you.
opening end.
Similar to her last outing.
2.
Confirmation 2 from our marker Sue, and so Selina Goddard underway, opening end.
You'll take any multiples in this format. So helpful with so little ends.
Well, we did see that early on, didn't we? There were a couple of games, I think Shannon, you and Ryan were involved in one of them to start the evening last night, where we saw it was basically just one shot, one shot, one shot.
Yeah.
Before things started to really get going.
Yeah, absolutely. There weren't too many multiples on offer actually in the game we played. If there was, it was only the odd 2. And then obviously my second round match against Tayla. Obviously, it was a very, very good game. To be honest.
You guys just kept putting just bowls right inside the circle, right around the purple as well. I mean, that was a very, very impressive display of draw bowls.
It was great to be a part of when games are like that. It is fun regardless of result. That's a good shot. But there were a couple of multiples in that game, but some of them were created by just a little bit of bad luck.
Yeah.
And just going through a hole or something. So, but yeah, if you do get a couple of ends where you score a couple of multiples, it goes very nicely to getting victory.
So Selina here once again staying.
This looks good.
Oh, that's going to
Hurry a little.
right in
She's,
there.
yeah. Yep. Handy.
She's still got shot there.
And for those at home, obviously that mat, that's when the jack's in the middle, you only can put 1.5 of my shoes from the centre to the outside, so pretty much 2 feet radius right around. Oh well.
There you go now.
He's given himself a chance there.
Oh, look there. Who do you think's got that one?
Close for shot.
Very close.
Selina's opted to change hand, go through her bowl. She just plays a nice little way. She can afford to be a couple of feet through this and
Pick up the jack or sit the
all the way
red.
through.
Promote her own.
Just dipping at the end. Still in the game.
Very
There it
much
is.
so. Very much so. So Ryan now looking, thinking, contemplating. So when he's in commentary, we get that lovely stream of consciousness. Oh, hello.
Here comes the big one.
What we all came to see.
Wow.
Rips
Right.
that one out.
Master special.
Okay.
That would look like he's holding a couple there.
That's a great shot. Even if he killed it through that bowl, it was going to go back and where his one's in the middle of the mat, would have sat quite nicely for him.
The real contrast from the raw power. There's Goddard now. Just to try and
She
sneak another
probably
one
just
in.
a smidge. Sure, her line was great.
Big
So-
opportunity for Ryan Bester here to make the most of this conversion.
This is the bonus bowl. Opportunity to try and sneak one, and he definitely holds 2. Or appears to hold 2, I should say. He wants it to
Just
stop.
running.
He wants it to stop.
This is where you go, you need the anchor. Pull the anchor out.
Hasn't, so he's definitely got
2, yep.
2. There you hear the agreement. So,
All even.
2
All
shots to
even.
Goddard on the first end, 2 shots to Bester on the second.
Well, you'd be, it's one of those free kicks there, isn't it, Taylor? Like, obviously in traditional formats, those can add up.
Yeah.
that game. But credit to Ryan is the big drive, got him a couple of shots there. So we are all square.
So what was the thoughts as you guys were sitting around having a bit of kai last night, just with regards, you've had the chance to reflect on the format, a few of the different sort of the rules that are in play, the formats. I mean, was there enjoyment out of that opening night that we saw last night?
Yeah, a lot of enjoyment from the girls, obviously, because they whooped us. So, you know, on their side, absolutely. But no, on a more serious note, I think, look, the game goes quicker than what you realise. And even talking with Selina when she played her game against Sheldon, she finished the game, she grabbed the mat, she wanted to go again. So you know, time can go so fast. So, yeah, it's so much fun though.
Well, I mean, particularly as I think we mentioned it, you know, during last night's broadcast, you guys are normally used to playing in the big events, the big pinnacle events as well. Sometimes you can find yourself out there on a green, depending on how it goes. You could be out there for 2-3 hours sometimes.
Absolutely. But I think this format and how it's played, being singles too, very attractive for anyone watching. And yeah, it's nice to, obviously, first of its kind too. You know, so there's no sort of short form singles events.
Well, I mean, I think it'll be a great introductory form for those people maybe starting out wanting to have a crack at bowls and say, do I think that it's something I want to do? You head down to your local club, and this kind of format I think would just be really nice, a good little taste, a little nibble before you maybe take a big chunk of the sport.
Keeps you on your toes. I mean, anything can happen with only 5 ends. You can have a lead and it can all turn upside down just with a couple of one bad end or one really great end from your opposition. So it's really exciting to play and also to watch.
Just around, is that going to roll? Falls the wrong way.
That'll be close.
It'll be interesting.
Will be close.
So it sits at the moment.
It's a real measure. They're both on the edge of the ring.
Yeah, if you look at the outside of the bowl rather than the inside, you can both see that they're sort of relatively close to the edge of the circle. But going back to the shorter format here, you can play 4 or 5 games in an hour and a half, you're done. Yeah. Great shot. It's brilliant.
No, it's not a measure.
That deserves a wee round.
That's the boy.
That does indeed.
Strutting his stuff.
It's something we never actually touched on last night. We know Ryan represents Canada. And obviously he does feel very much part of New Zealand bowls. Has he been given quasi-citizenship amongst the bowling fraternity?
Well, I suppose,
do you class him as one of ours now?
In a way, yeah, because like when Ryan first came on the scene, like he was one of the youngest. I think he won a World Pairs title years ago when he was not much into, might have been
19.
teenager.
He won it 2004 in Ayr in Scotland, I think it was.
And I think not too long after that, we actually saw Ryan compete in a lot of our events in the national championships. He used to have really long hair.
Really?
Yes, really long hair, and he wasn't very good at drawing back in those days. He was very good at driving, as always. But yeah, he's become one of those adopted Kiwis. I've played many events with Ryan in Australia over here. He's won New Zealand titles here. So he's one of our sort of adopted overseas players.
Well, I mean, he's had the good sense to marry one of our outstanding New Zealand ladies. So straight away, I mean, that's at least a half stamp on the passport.
Absolutely.
Isn't it? So,
Yeah.
And he's just a fantastic guy. I mean,
I'm fascinated to think though what Ryan Bester looked like with long hair. And why did you get rid of the long hair? Why'd you get rid of the long hair?
We won Premier League in New South Wales, and I said we won it, we'd shave it off, so
Never went back.
too long to grow back.
I was going to say, if you shave your hair every time you win, Bester, I'm surprised you're not getting a haircut every week. And he's up now by 3-2 as well. So,
yeah, go the boys.
so this
Let's
is the moving end here.
This is tracking very nicely
It's
for a starting bowl.
Close to the
Oh,
purple circle.
look at that.
First bowl effectiveness is so important in singles, and he's just shown us that it's a perfect example of how to start out.
the importance of getting it in? Is it a psychological thing? Is it just more how it dictates what flows off of that? As we see Selina coming back, just shading, but another good spot.
Yeah, a bit of both. I mean, it puts the pressure on the opposition, but it gives you self-confidence that you can get one close, starts to build a head for yourself, giving you options later on. And often you'll find that on a head that starts with a bowl that's only a foot away, the whole end just ends up zoning in because you have to be close to try and get better than that, and it just tightens up the whole end.
He's forced the change here.
I was just sitting there thinking what would happen if we took Selina Goddard's hair and put it on Ryan Bester. Would that have been an indication as to what he would have looked like back in the day?
It would have been close. There's just maybe a few more curls. And yeah, he was quite curly and wavy on Ryan's head.
Goodness, a bit of Rick James.
Bit of looked like a bit of a rock star / surfy. He's got the extra little weight to get a promotion.
Well, he's still a rock star bowler because that looks beautiful, and there he goes again. That's a couple of shots now for Ryan Bester.
Little opportunity here.
Yeah, Selina's still quite well set up with her bowls in the back pocket.
As we learned from the first night playing this, is that just the playing with a little bit of weight can be a little tricky because they just stay up a little and some go. So it's a detail thing that gets you off guard.
This is the final bowl for Ryan on this fourth end. Selina will have final say though. Just trailing by a shot at the moment. Change of mind there.
Yeah, well, if he gets to a first, if he gets to the back bowl,
Try to get back and cover the blue ones.
yeah,
Nice.
he gets back. He's and it with the extra weight, it'll hold onto the outside of this one. It's not a bad shot. Really, that's pretty good.
What is the option here now for
So just
Selina Goddard?
She just needs to get to the just over the draw. If she gets the jack off the purple part, get it towards the white part of the mat. She's got a chance of making
Similar
it through.
weight to her back bowl in line of the jack.
A wee bit of a look at this one.
She could get
I think it's a good
result off
chance.
the wide one.
Oh, what's this doing? What's this
Just
doing?
whether it's going to drift across that little touch.
That's a good effort.
Yeah.
That's an
I mean,
outstanding
that's-
bowl.
Can't play that much.
Yeah, the weight
Better.
was perfect.
It's going to be a couple of shots though to Ryan Bester, who's going to take a 3-shot advantage into the final end.
He's done well from the end where he drove the Selina's bowl out. One shot like that sort of changed a wee bit of momentum. He's obviously played his next two ends where he's got the first one relatively close. So
I think we all know he's a very gritty player.
he started off well here.
Look at that. Delightful. Delightful. Oh. We talk about gritty, I think all 6 bowlers that we've got, present company included, all very gritty. You don't sort of go meekly into the night in any game that you're involved with.
Yeah.
That's
We've all had our highs and lows in the game, so I
beautiful
think
shot.
that builds a bit of resilience in the character.
I think that is one of the interesting things that I don't think we talk enough about in bowls. It is like all sports. You do build characters. You do have the highs. You do have the lows. Sometimes you go out there and it doesn't come out of the hand the way you want it. And then you have to have that mental fortitude to be able to come back, have another go again. So it's...
Where's
I think
the
it's something
second
that
shot in
sometimes,
relation
again,
to the
it gets
jack?
a little bit undersold
Please.
in the sport, doesn't it, Shannon?
Okay.
Yeah, well, I
Thank
think experience goes a long way in that department. Obviously, if you go through it enough, you learn to cope with it, and you probably your mental skills around it and what it looks like and feels like. So, all of us have played. Sheldon's probably the youngest, but he's been on the scene for a little while now. But all of us played a lot of international bowls. So, at that level, a lot of people put you under pressure, and so you learn to maintain your focus and your mental state. And
It's a very mental game.
yeah, especially when you get to that level,
Yeah.
that becomes your 1%ers.
Yeah, healthy mind, healthy body as well. Another good little thing. Here's Ryan he's in good position. It's still Selina holding just the 1, and she needs 3
It's
Force
just
the
a nice
super
little-
end.
She just gives you a chance to sit the second shot here. Given if she went through the hole, it's going to be an opportunity to score with the last one.
Which is the fourth shot, please?
She might be looking at.
Okay, thank you.
So,
We are allowed to choose one end to go up and check the head after our third bowl, but she's only played the 2 for now, so she'll be wanting to ask a few questions just to get a real sense for what's happening on the head.
continuing on the backhand.
Yeah, she just.
Weight's got a good chance.
Yeah, her line's good here. Her
Oh,
weight's
she's got the
pretty
run
good.
on. She's got the run on.
She's played. She gets it inside of this bowl. She's played this really well. That's a
Oh,
great shot.
beautiful.
I could see a big weight here.
Should I hide?
I was going to say,
I'm just going to go over here.
I suspect he's about to reach back.
Great shot.
What a shot. What a shot.
There's no
The,
doubt. There's no doubt
Right
about
there.
it.
You put it right together.
The crew in the Temple Bowling next door will be trying to get him to sign up as a member, I think.
Yeah, I think just the rumour has it that he actually might have started
Let's have a look at
in
this
Canada.
again.
A little bit of
Look at that.
Thank you.
Wonderful. You saw the impact, and that's the result. And he can sit there looking rightfully pleased with himself. Yeah, thumbs up, all right. Now, how creative can Selina Goddard get here?
Unfortunately, there's
Mathematically not that creative.
yeah. But there are only 2 options from her third bowl. She either purposely just puts it behind and then try and convert for the 3 on the last, or do what she did and get inside to and hope that Ryan missed. But we all know Ryan doesn't miss too many.
Well, a reminder though, of course,
That was a
every
good game.
every shot, every end counts. So even
Thank
getting
you.
in there
Yeah.
just
Well
to
played,
maybe
guys.
sneak that shot could come in useful in the final rankings, but it's Ryan Bester.
Drives
Or do we
weapon,
call him
innit?
opening game Ryan, 2 for 2
Ryan to
to start the opening games
Yeah.
on each night. So we just confirm what that final score is going to be.
The old master blaster.
That is one of the great sights in World Bowls is when Ryan Bester decides it's time to reach
Yeah,
back and pull the trigger.
Yeah. Yep.
1 red.
1 for Ryan Bester. He wins that one 6-2. Just gave you a nice target there, didn't she, Ryan? It was pretty hard to
Yeah,
resist.
Selina got a bit unlucky. If he just hides behind mine, you know, she'd have a good chance to get the 3. So, lucky I just hit it.
Lessons learnt from that one for you, Selina?
I mean, I think that personally I just sort of missed a few key opportunities there. And that's sort of the difference, I guess. I mean, you've always got to expect that Ryan's got to hit that, so I can't do anything about that besides from respond. And there were just some times where I didn't, and yeah, I guess that's the end result. And yeah, kudos to Ryan on a.
Well, it's a wonderful game.
good
Wonderful game to open up our second night here at Bowls5. An absolute cracker. Bester goes 2 from 2 now as they get themselves all set. We're not too far away. Our next match is going to include Shannon McIlroy back in action. So let's have a look at the schedule that we've got coming up over the remainder of this evening. Shannon McIlroy versus Katelyn. It's Katelyn unbeaten. Shannon McIlroy, so
Yeah.
you've got to get yourself off the donut here.
I
big
know.
fella. How do you go about it?
And we were talking about earlier that the girls had a night out last night with, you know, cleaning us up. But Ryan's set the night up pretty well here. So let's hope it's a trend.
Well, let's hope that you have got that trend going. Here's a trend that we think you might be interested in, especially with daylight savings not too far away.
Dear Diary, My move to Somerset has been quite the page-turner. Sally wants me on the croquet team, but Beth says Mahjong is where all the fun is at. I can hear Barry's choir from here. And Kenneth's passionate about getting everyone's heart rate up. But Molly and I opted to do a whole lot of nothing today. A wonderfully underrated pastime.
High-performance sports requires a laser focus every day. To get the best out of everyday life, consider vision correction by the professionals at Laser Eye Centre. With clinics in Pukekohe and 𝘄𝗶𝘃𝗲 and state-of-the-art theatres in Hamilton and now 𝗬𝗏𝘀𝗀, you'll be living your best life in no time. Get a free assessment, plus your Bowls5 number will get you a special offer on your procedure. Easy.
𝗀𝗶𝘃𝗲. It's time now for the second game on our second night here at Bowls5. It is Katelyn Inch versus Shannon McIlroy. Let's get the coin toss.
Good day.
Righty-ho, let's have a look at the points table before they get underway. And there you see Katelyn Inch with the lead at the moment, 2 from 2, ahead of 𝗀𝗏𝘃𝗲𝗀 on the shot difference. There you'll see the same number of points, one more end one by Katelyn. There you see Shannon McIlroy at the bottom, winless after the opening night, and I'm sure that will fizz him up royally. We have got Tayla Bruce, we've got Sheldon, Bagrie-Howley. He's going to be taking on 𝗀𝗏𝘃𝗲𝗀. Now, next game after this one, but all is in readiness right now, and this is going to be a fascinating wee encounter. And I'm standing next to the two people who Katelyn Inch was able to get the W over yesterday. And what was it about the way Katelyn played last night that made her so tough to handle, Tayla?
I think she just settled in quite quickly. She's pretty experienced with TV leagues, and that certainly showed last night. She looked fairly comfortable out on the rink.
Well, you played her in the second game, and you played her tough as well, Sheldon. It really was just those little margins, wasn't it? I know you were frustrated last night, despite putting in that really good effort in that final game.
Yeah, no, it was one of those ones that tried to seal the win, and it most definitely backfired.
No, but you tried, and that's what we're keen. There's no point in just sort of sitting around and waiting. You went and tried to make stuff happen, and so...
Exactly. But no, it was just a bad connection. It was the shot could have came off either way, but didn't quite.
We've got two bowlers who I know in terms of connection playing at the moment who will be willing to try something. If there's a little something on that can maybe get them that end win or that shot win. And if you're sitting at home wondering why do they keep talking about the ends and the shots, surely it's just about winning games. Well, as I said, when you saw that points table, the fact that the tiebreakers are going to be based on the number of ends you've won, the number of total shots that you've got. And so it's so important that even if you might find yourself down, maybe in a position where you're not going to be able to get the W, you can still win that end. You can still try and get your shots differential down. People forget it's double round robin, so we're here for a long time and a good time. It's fair to say, Tayla.
Every point counts, and I'm sure we'll see this on display with this game. Shannon will be hungry for this win.
Well, I'm trying to think when would be the last time the likes of a Shannon McIlroy went 0-2 on the opening day of anything. Again, just highlighting again the wonderful calibre of athletes we've got competing here at Bowls5.
Just shows we're all human.
Yep, it's one of those games. It's one of the real games where it is just those fine margins. And I don't need to tell either of you to find people that at all. Here comes Shannon McIlroy.
Not bad here.
Rising to the occasion here.
That
beautiful
is
bowl.
Money. My goodness, that is sweet.
3 seconds.
The old shot. This is the final shot on the opening end for Katelyn Inch.
Yeah, she's giving it a wee chance to draw up to that. She can't afford to be
this is
too
gonna be
risky
interesting.
with those behind.
Let's crack an egg here. Oh, that's a great shot.
Brilliant.
So that's when you refer crack an egg, so that is just promoting Jack to that bowl that was sitting there waiting.
just
That's
sort
crack
of,
an egg.
Sort of with the amount of power to crack an
3
egg, really.
seconds.
Rightio.
Just go straight to it.
She played that very well.
Shot ball relation to the front
Shannon's got
of the
a pretty
jack,
good
please.
shot on here, though. Any jack movement, he's going to get a multiple.
Learning so much just being around this. Last night it was a social weight and what a shelf was. Today, crack an egg.
Yeah.
All these neat little terms. I say people at home, if you head down, if you do a little bit of take up the opportunity to play some Twilight Bowls, there's a couple of things you can try.
Chips it off.
Shannon gets it.
Wow.
Oh, he's stiff to get more out of that one.
At least secured a shot.
He has got the opening shot.
Smiles all around from both
Yeah.
athletes, so that's good.
Yeah, one for Shannon. Yep.
So there we go. You see the paddle on the screen showing that Shannon was holding shot, and very shortly you'll see that scoreboard change right there. And so he has won that end. He's picked up a shot. We've seen for the most part as well just single shots primarily on most of the early ends.
Yeah, it was a good end to start this game. Set the standard. I think we're in for a good one.
Now we've seen some absolute cracking encounters in terms of the standard of bowls. So a very good standard last night. Already, we're only just a game and one end in, but already we're seeing some lovely bowls being played, as you would expect.
The majority of the bowls seem to be down this side closest to us here too. Not too many venture onto the other side. It seems to be a wee bit slower.
What would be the reason for that? Just the way, just the nuance of the rink?
I think so. Yeah, like sort of going the way that they've just played. The other hand seems to be quite a lot slower just because it turns so much. But coming this way, I'm not entirely sure why it would be slow because it hardly turns at all.
Yeah, it has a wee hold towards the end.
But yeah, everyone seems to favour this side. I think it's just more trustworthy. You're guaranteed to get back.
Shannon.
I was saying earlier that I can't wait to get back out there just because we're starting to get the feel for it, and it's a very Moorish format and a very Moorish green, and it just, yeah, you just want to have more than 5 ends and get back on it.
Bowls is a very Moorish sport, isn't it?
It is, and hopefully this fast-paced game will show that for those at home who are tempted to give it a go and know that you can actually rock down to a club and just have a bit of a play.
Good shot here.
Oh, it's stunning. That is stunning again. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I was going to say, what do you remember of your first experience at a bowls club? What do you remember of that?
Oh, geez. That was quite a long time ago now. About 20 years ago now.
Hang on. You were playing when you were what? 9? 10?
10, yeah.
Wow.
Started when I was 10, yeah.
Nice. Who took you along?
Nana. Nana took me along. She's always wanted to play, but I think she just knew that she was never any good at it. And
Oh, shout out to Nana.
yeah, so she took me along, and then there was a couple of the old boys from the club, Tony Cockle and 𝗀𝗃𝗃, Murray Darling, who's 2 of them have passed away now. Took me under their wings and took me to a few tournaments, and yeah, won money to start with. Well, I didn't actually win money, I won whiskey, but they paid me for it. So
When did you start to realise though that you were actually quite sharp at this?
I started like doing a full commitment to it about probably in my 3rd year. Sort of dropped all the other sports and took it on full noise.
What was the other sports you played?
Did athletics, soccer, rugby, pretty much
Everything.
Yeah, just everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
You're one of those kids
Yeah.
that just had to give everything a go.
That and shooting as well, but yeah, back when I was actually fit.
Oh,
Good shot.
played.
It too.
So,
Or maybe 2.
Yeah, this is...
1 is it 2, please?
Hard to tell.
Looks like definitely 1 to the
Margaret's
red.
given it a good look over.
Yeah, and the jack's still on the mat, yeah?
Yes, it's
Okay.
just about that far in from the end.
Okay, thank you.
There we go. It's Margaret
Big
providing
bowl.
the information. As I say, we've got Margaret and Sue, as they were last night, again providing the taking in umpiring duties for us. One at either end.
It's a busy job. Even with just 2 players on the rink, there's a lot to look out for.
Yeah, a lot to describe.
Yeah.
So here comes Katelyn.
Unsure about the
She's
pace.
not quite going to get there. Perfect line too.
So
Shannon is celebrating along the rink.
He's pumped.
Yeah.
He's pumped.
as we said, it's very rare to see a McIlroy go 0 on the opening day of anything. So I'm sure he's quite keen to.
Yeah, 2.
Susie's.
Good shot.
So
Yeah.
a couple of
I
shots.
wasn't too sure what it was going to do.
Shannon
like,
up
but anyway,
3-0
one of
after
those
2
No,
ends.
no.
It's going to stay
I actually
up,
thought you were going for like getting
Could
the
be
jack
jack.
for a little bit there.
and then it sort of just dipped at the end there.
Loves to analyse the game and have a wee chat about it.
Because that weight's been quite tricky.
It's pretty clear, just in the short time being around Shannon McIlroy, clearly his brain is constantly sort of going and thinking and looking about what to do. I'd say he'd be quite a visual person.
Yeah, quite analytical. I know when we were over in Guernsey playing in the World Indoor, he would watch some of the games back in the evening and just, yeah, suss it all out, see what the rink was doing, whether what he thought in his head at the time was actually what was happening from the cameras. So very passionate about the game and has a lot of knowledge to share.
It's good to have on your team. That's
Another good
another
start.
lovely opening bowl by Katelyn Inch.
Yeah, Katelyn seems to be dotting them on and Shannon's just playing them out. So whether Katelyn loosens up or whether Shannon misses a couple could be the turning point.
Gee, tell you what, he's
He's
staring
not
a
far
hole
away.
in this one. He's thinking, has he got enough there or not? It's going to be
Not quite.
Well, interesting positions though.
So exciting to see these players play against each other because there's not many opportunities where we get to play a mixed singles at this kind of level.
This is another very good bowl. Is it just going to sneak
Yeah.
past? It is.
Good intentions though. Any movements obviously favouring Katelyn.
And you'd want something behind the jack when you're playing Shannon. Never know what he will make happen.
Is that late swing coming
He's
in?
going to get a toucher, but not quite go his way.
That's interesting. So still Katelyn holding shot at the moment.
How far is mine now, please? How
Can't
far
imagine
is
it
my
looks
bowl?
very easy from the mat,
No.
the way it is now.
Thank you.
Remembering Katelyn will have the last bowl on this end.
So I think anywhere in the purple dot would be good enough for second, I think, here.
And I guess that's where that target mat can be quite helpful. Use that as a bit of a guide.
Yeah, pick a spot that you need to get into.
We don't quite have the luxury of having a target mat when we're playing outdoor.
No,
Got to imagine it.
No, that was actually something that was just processing through my brain. Is this something that you see often? I mean, is it a feature of some of the other sort of shorter formats of the games that you might play overseas, or is it something quite unique to have that target sitting there for you?
It's pretty unique, I think.
1
Yeah.
second
Yeah.
or
I think the closest thing
2
that you get
seconds,
to would be
please.
when you play in Aussie, they've got all their greens marked
it the
out,
front
so it's
bowl?
like a grid, so you can sort of pick and choose which square you want to land in. But as in for this, I'd say it's pretty unique just to the Bowls5.
It's probably more used as a training tool,
Okay.
to be honest. Target mats out on the green.
and
when
how
you're
far relation
trying
the
to
shot
hone in
bowl
certain skills
to
or work on
jack
your
or the front of the
consistency,
jack? How
but
far
not
short
in
of
terms
that?
of a competition scenario.
Right. Yeah. Thank you.
What are we thinking?
We can do it.
It's a hard hand, but just arriving down, turn a jack, turn a bowl.
Alrighty,
If I get the shot bowl nicely, I can sit in front of the jack, which will close off the hand. But yeah, if the jack goes right through, it's fine.
It's a long
Give
way
it
to
a-
say he's going to draw a shot.
Okay.
Just arriving up.
An arriving draw.
An arriving
Confident draw, sometimes we call it.
Here he is on the draw. What's he thinking? He's staring it down.
Doesn't seem to want to move
Wait.
too much.
At all,
but
does it?
Just didn't
touch
come
quick.
back
Weight
for him.
was not too far out.
Yeah.
So Inch still holding 1, and now opportunity to maybe draw 2.
Which would really close the score going into the 4th end.
This is the middle end of 5.
It does move a lot here as the weight
Yeah.
comes off, but whether she's there
I'm just not sure.
or what
It's
it's...
going to keep rolling out for her. It's going to come up a hair short.
So that's what I was meaning about that hand, it just pulls up so much quicker.
Yeah, I found that in one of my games last night, just that switch over. I was dropping about
that's fine.
Yes.
a mat short than what I typically thought it
I'll
would
just
get.
bowl.
So how hard is that to adjust though? Because you'll see it, you'll recognise it as we head to the 4th end, 3-1 Shannon with the advantage. It's easy to see it and recognise it. How hard is it to make that, what I would assume is just a very subtle adjustment to increase your weight when you're bowling down that side?
Yeah, I guess you can just imagine that you just need that extra foot of weight. I guess you could visualise your bowl going a mat length past where you're actually wanting to finish, just to give it that extra chance. Everyone's different in how they approach adjusting their weight.
Because like to where the jack is in the middle of that ring to where the front of it is, where everyone seems to be dropping short, it's actually only one full revolution of a bowl. It's only one full roll. So like the adjustment's very, very minute.
There's a real element of science to this, isn't it?
Oh, it's very intense.
I just short there. So Katelyn holding. Neither of them are mucking around either. This game is fair. Whistling by.
So this is a sort of a must-win end for Katelyn here in the scheme of things. Like playing against someone like Shannon is very hard to get sort of a multiple off. He's very tactically aware and doesn't drop too many big numbers.
He is continuing to work on that forehand side.
Yeah, he's definitely got his line further under, but he might actually sit this shot.
Yeah, he set it well.
So pushes that one out. Definitely has one.
There's fully the intention, I think, by the look on his face there.
Celebrating again, which is good to see.
Well, the great thing is, after the fact, as long as you sell it well, everyone will think that's what you meant to do.
Exactly.
Even
Yeah,
if
we've
you
had a
didn't.
few good block shots that have been in line and about 1.5 meters short, and they all seem intentional so far.
Oh, going sharp here.
There we go. Little
She's
Made it.
really
Added weight.
watching it.
Oh, she's got them both. Bang, bang.
Oh, good here. I think Shannon was expecting that one maybe to do a bit more damage, judging by his comment there as that was tracking. So McIlroy holds 1.
He needs another one in the area. It's always exposed if you've only got one in the head
Yeah.
and someone's trying to chase a number.
Oh, he's using his one follow.
Yeah. He enjoys this. Let's see where that's going to swing back round late. Is it going to come in there?
It's a good shot.
Yeah. I think Katelyn's just
well
got to
bowled.
take
Well
the nudge
bowled.
now and try and just blow it to pieces, hopefully get both of them respot.
There you go. So Shannon using the one opportunity to have a look at the head. Every bowler is allowed one opportunity on their 3rd bowl. Katelyn with a little bit of weight on here.
Looks nice.
Sorry.
Oh,
Wow,
oh, that's a
what a
prime
result.
result.
That is brilliant.
Now
She was-
she's now holding 4.
In the zone anyway, it's just perfect outcome.
The reaction of Shannon McIlroy, I think, says it all. Even he can just applaud there.
At least he's got one to reply with.
He wouldn't want to be quick here.
It's a good shot, isn't it?
Yeah, second shot is a good result here.
Because at the moment, you say,
It's-
Katelyn Inch, we suspect maybe holding at least 2, probably 3.
Potentially 4, depending on how far
Yeah,
that other red is.
so just limit the damage is really the goal here for Shannon.
And none of us have really practiced trying to draw to the ditch. Everyone's just been honing in on the target, so that's sort of a bit of foreign.
Yeah, when it gets respotted back on the same starting point, we're not often having to go past that target between that in the ditch.
Let's see if he's got that sneaking through. That's going to be quite interesting.
Just enough.
I think he's managed to get around that.
Could we be going into a tiebreaker
just
after this
the one.
end?
So 3-2 after 4 ends.
God, that was a good shot.
At the moment, it's that second end of
I had
Shannon
to, like,
McIlroy,
count,
the difference
'cause
when he
even-
managed to get the 2 shots. This is the
Behind.
final end, the decider. Or is it? I wonder if we are all tied up at the conclusion of 5. We go to the super end, the 1 bowl tiebreaker.
Yeah, 1 point in it. It's anyone's game.
Managed to lead us off.
She looks focused.
They both look pretty focused. They both have a very good game face when they want them, that is for sure.
I think Shannon's got more of a sort of relaxed approach to the game. He loves a good laugh and a smile.
Well, it was quite interesting that you say that. Because I was watching him on that previous end and he has the ability to go from smiling, jovial, and then flick the switch.
It's a focused enjoyment for sure.
Yeah, and it's got inside there, so that's got him shot. Yeah, it is. You can just tell when it's time to go. It's bang, the face. I wouldn't say blanks, but just firms.
You learn to switch on and off in this game because of the mental energy you put in. It's not sustainable, especially with our longer formats, to be switched on the whole time. So you can see his experience there coming out when he's able to switch in and out.
Who's the loosest bowler? Who's the most mellow, the most relaxed, the most chilled?
Me.
Oh.
You?
Yeah,
there we go.
Shannon's probably up there, to be honest.
Yeah. 𝗫𝗃𝗃𝗲 over here? No? He seems pretty relaxed, pretty loose, mellow.
More of an intense, passionate sort of player, I would say.
More of a clown.
Yeah. Look, I was trying to put it in a bit more eloquently, but okay.
Clown. That's a very nice bowl again from Shannon McIlroy, who currently now holds 2 upper shot.
Katelyn really needs this one to be effective here. On a good track.
She'll be wanting to adjust after having 2 very similar first bowls.
She needs to find a friend.
Well, she might do, you know.
Yes, I am.
Not quite enough, though.
Oh, she's still holding 2. And now she uses her opportunity on the 3rd bowl to come and have a look. She'll have 1 after this, remembering that Shannon McIlroy will have the final say.
And quite helpful because sometimes when you're inside with artificial lighting and you've got a target mat, it can be quite deceiving to figure out how far away things are. So going down to the head in a situation like this can be a really good thing. Well done. What a shot.
Shannon McIlroy goes and does that on you.
Trying to seal that win.
Well,
I wonder if that we...
I was about to say, this is probably in your wheelhouse here, Sheldon, in terms of how can you use that to your advantage.
I'm looking at something completely left field on the 2 blues up the front.
Play onto them?
Yeah, they look like they line up straight for the shot bowl. Because any contact on the red bowl's just going to go straight to Shannon still. So they'll plant up the front, straight through onto the shot.
Yeah, but that's not going to push Jack down towards that bowl of Shannon's in the bottom. So
whatever. It's sort of the risk that you're going to have to take. There's not really. There's not really.
At least you've got a chance with the angles on those 2 blues.
Oh, what a best man.
Thank you.
Kissing one in off that front right red bowl, is that an option?
Well, that's also the option with going for that plant as well. If you're just that fraction wide, then you can still get that
edge off
that
that
angle
one.
off.
It's all about higher percentages, really.
Bit of angles here, bit of math. Love a bit of math.
Yeah, it gets very complicated. It's
Well,
easy to
it's on the
overthink.
way.
She's liking it.
Oh, will it go forward enough?
Almost bounced back up too.
Yeah.
It still looks as though it's still
He wants the extra point. kept it for his boys at home. They'll be cheering at this TV screen if he gets a toucher here.
Well, he's the only one now who can take it away from himself is Shannon McIlroy, and I don't think he is going to do that. That looks like a lovely bowl. Sue had him holding one, and that there will be second.
Oh. On the board, baby.
McIlroy off the mark, and pleased to do so as well. Wonderful game again, highlighting all the different nuances of this fantastic game. 2 to McIlroy, 5-2. Donut no more, Shannon McIlroy. How nice, how good does that feel?
Feels good, feels good. Obviously a role reverse from last night. Girls are giving it to us, so it's time to revenge, mate. Back in it.
You're still a couple up in terms, Katelyn. Obviously, that's your first loss, though. But again, another one of those games where it's the real classic ebb and flow again. There could have been little shifts here and there just for not those small margins. Where do you think that one just snuck away from you a little bit?
Definitely, a couple of times just dropping them short, not giving myself a chance, especially on that last end. Needed to be up and about with the first couple. So, yeah, I think I let that one slip away. But credit to Shannon, he put me under pressure and was getting the bowls in there, made me work for it. So. It's a good game.
Outstanding bowls again, so it just continues to just keep going and going. Shannon McIlroy is your winner of that one. First defeat for Katelyn Inch. What does that do to the scoreboard? Well, Katelyn still remains at the top there. You see Shannon, though, jumps from 5th right up to 3rd. There's only the one player at the moment who has not had a victory. And he next goes to try and break that little duck. And of course, that is the man next to me and Sheldon Bagrie-Howley. And he gets the opportunity to go heads up against the world champion. Have you had the opportunity to play Ryan before?
Actually, funny story, I have. Way back when I was about 14, he came over for the Nationals and had to play this guy called Ryan Bester and had no idea who he was. Absolutely no idea. And I got 4 touches on the first end. We're at 𝗀𝗏, and so thinking pretty happy with myself. And he takes his bracelet off, puts it on the other wrist, and drives every single one off. I went from 4 up to 4 down.
Well, here's the thing. You know how back then, he might not have. You weren't sure who this Ryan Bester was. I can guarantee you right now, Ryan Bester knows who Sheldon Bagrie-Howley is. That is our next game here as Bowls 5 continues.
Dear Diary, my move to Somerset has been quite the page-turner. Sally wants me on the croquet team, but Beth says Mahjong is where all the fun is at. I can hear Barry's choir from here. And Kenneth's passionate about getting everyone's heart rate up. But Molly and I opted to do a whole lot of nothing today. A wonderfully underrated pastime.
High-performance sports requires a laser focus every day. To get the best out of everyday life, consider vision correction by the professionals at Laser Eye Centre. With clinics in Pukekohe and 𝗀𝗶𝘃𝗲 and state-of-the-art theatres in Hamilton and now 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃, you'll be living your best life in no time. Get a free assessment, plus your Bowls5 number will get you a special offer on your procedure. Easy.
No mai hoki mai, welcome back. It is time now for the middle game on our second night here at Bowls5, and it's going to be an absolute cracker. It is 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗲𝗃 versus Sheldon Bagrie-Howley. You've just seen the coin toss, and it is ready to go. This is going to be the fourth game. We've got Tayla Bruce, we've got Selina Goddard all set to go. This is going to be a really interesting one. We've seen Sheldon. I just feel he's due one. I just feel he could be due one here. And how good would it be to upset the world champ? That'll be the way to go.
Both quite aggressive players, so I'm hoping for some exciting shots.
I believe the word I was told to use was assertive. Assertive.
Yeah.
I think maybe they're just trying to undersell there. Maybe undersell over deliver, I don't know. It's good though. It's nice to see. And do you notice this as well? The different personalities reflected in somebody's bowls when you play them?
I think so, to be honest. I think that when you get to know bowlers, you kind of see the way that they look at life and the way that they take risks, I guess, if you put it that way. And I think both these bowlers are quite sure of their abilities and what they like to play, and they don't hold back from showing it.
Ryan
here we
is
go.
underway, just like that.
Oh, no.
Oh, just missing that signal of intent. So it was lovely just before. Sheldon telling us about how he played Ryan as a 14-year-old at the Nationals. So it's been well, we know there's been a few haircuts. We know that for a fact now for both of them. After that previously very aggressive line, goes back to the more conservative sort of a draw. I think he's just trying to maybe bump off one of those bowls.
Get lucky.
There's
Just
not much of
letting
a
the
gap, and he's somehow managed to thread the needle when he doesn't want to.
Quite close for second shot there. Both those bowls on the edge of the target.
So Ryan definitely holding one. Looks like he's about to be holding two. That's a lovely response from the world champ.
That's
Up
a
a couple.
target.
It is a target.
It is a target.
Sheldon trying to beat 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗲 at what he does best.
Now, this could be our first instance where the jack looks like it's gone outside of the rink, so that will be re-spotted. So that is still 𝗬𝗃𝗃𝗲𝗃, who's now got two clear shots.
And room to draw a third.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained, and I don't think we will see
You wouldn't get a touch,
Sheldon
would you?
Bagrie-Howley change his ways. I like it. It's going to pay dividends eventually. It hasn't on this particular regard. He's taken down 3 shots there, has 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗲𝗃, and that's a really good opening end. But I don't mind the attitude. I don't know the intent. I like the fact that he's willing to give these things a shot. There's just something spicy about the way he plays his bowls. There really is.
And I mean, the thing is with Sheldon is that he more often gets it. It's just, I think the difference will be if if he can get it with an earlier bowl, then that just puts a bit more pressure on. So in that case, playing it with his last, if it did go wrong, which unfortunately was quite unlucky that it did go that way, just left room for 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗲𝗃 to come on in and make it 3 again.
And this is a young man who has made the national single finals in consecutive years, won it in 2023. Did lose this year's final, but once again, just getting back to have the opportunity to go back to back is a heck of an achievement. And you consider just how strong, how deep, how big some of those fields are at the national championships. Nothing that I have to tell you ladies about, obviously, but we're very much aware of it. Ryan now just trying to track another one through that gap.
Just enough.
So 3 is a very big opening end. No need to panic though, really, is here for Sheldon. Still got plenty of opportunities, plenty of bowls left. Have to try and force anything. That's another nice bowl, even though it just rolls through. Sat nicely at the back. It's
Still gives himself options later on if he wants to continue attacking. He's got something behind early.
Ryan forehand. Sheldon operating at the moment prior to the back end. Slides another one through. So it's a couple of shot he holds now. Sheldon's going to switch as well, is he?
So he looked like he was lining up again.
A bit of weight on this one. He's taken a couple out. So it's now still shot
Makes it a lot
for
easier.
Bester.
Yeah.
A lot easier for him to try and get in unless Bester pops another one just on that draw line.
Because if this 5 ends wasn't fast enough, it's going to go real quick with these shots.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is very pacey.
It's really trying to wrap this up.
Well, that's made it very interesting. Again, it's another shot with a bit of weight.
Be good.
Oh, and it's just followed through, so he's limited to damage to 1.
What?
So it's going to be another shot to Ryan Bester, who's now a full end ahead as we go to the middle end, the third end. It's best of 5.
Yeah, Sheldon really needs to try and score here to close that gap heading into the last 2 ends.
It's Ryan just knows if he can just keep putting them in position. A good opening bowl.
Just trying to get some bowls on the centre line. Some of them are just hanging or ducking. Guess we'll experience it for ourselves next when we face each other.
Oh, we'll save the trash talking for a little bit later on. Plenty of time for that.
It will be quite interesting though to see if you know, the carpet is playing any different from when we last remember, because you know, you do keep in mind that when there are lights and different
How
heat
far away is the
elements,
closest, please?
does change the pace of the carpet.
Right, thanks.
Right on the line of the purple and white.
That's Sue just helping Sheldon, contemplating his next move. Just sticks here on the back end. Oh, this
It's been
is
tracking quite nicely.
it does, doesn't it?
But it might just run past.
Where's that
and
hook?
not
Where's
grab
that hook?
anything. Still in a good home though for his next
So 1 and 2, please.
creating options for himself, which is so important in singles when you have to do it all.
Bester now switching, going forehand side.
Don't want to move the jack.
It's
Starting to find that consistent draw really nicely.
Yeah.
so that is just lovely bowls. Look at that grouping. Of course, when you do group like that, as a target,
Often that's the difference at this level of play. You know, less ineffective bowls.
that
Don't go out.
there. Oh, does that stay?
Yeah.
It's just gone outside, and so that is going to be respotted.
To exactly where it was.
Oh, at least he's already hit it once. He can do that again with 1 in the ditch as well.
So, Bester again.
Trying to get one back.
Looking to break up the blues at the back, possibly.
Yeah, I think he knows what's a coming. He wants
Yeah.
some little bit of insurance lurking. Is that going to stay? It's going to
That's
sit
pretty good.
very nicely.
That's come out like a damn star.
Out limits it.
A deep breath there.
Yeah.
I need a flag.
Still got 2 ends. There's still 8 shots there. So it's a couple though to Ryan Bester. He moves to 6-0 as we head to the 4th. We're going to need a big couple of ends here from Sheldon. It's not out of the realms though. Not with the way both of these players play the game.
Ryan does seem to have a very good feel for the draw weight.
It's another nice one just at the back.
Yeah, Ryan's not really doing much wrong,
No.
to be honest, in this game so far.
Would you really say though that Sheldon has done a lot wrong either? Bounce to the bowl.
Yeah, he has had a couple unlucky results. I mean, if he got that jack clean in the ditch, if the other time he played that way, same thing happened.
Yeah.
You know, it could be a different story.
I think that's where in this event you can't take the results too personally. Like it's just,
well, the great thing
we're
is
all out there trying to, you know, play the perfect shot in the perfect conditions, and anything can change with only 5 ends.
well,
So you just got to go out there and see what happens.
well, you were the illustration
I mean,
of this
yeah.
on our opening day, were you? Okay,
11-0,
you did
I
not have
think.
the great start against Katelyn, but then
Yeah.
you came back and you got yourself a really wonderful victory in your second match yesterday evening.
Yeah, it was nice to turn that around and actually get a proper feel for the green.
Currently holding shot is Sheldon.
You sound very
It's
surprised.
just dropping.
So, still Sheldon
How
holding.
far off am I, please?
How far off the jack?
Yeah. Oh. That's quite a wee way, isn't it?
Thought that one was a bit closer, did you?
Oh, it looks like it's on the purple.
Just.
Following his 3rd bowl, potentially, making most of the opportunity to go and check out the head.
I'm only just going down to look at my shot.
So there he goes.
I'm only this far away.
2. 2.
Right. So Sheldon's still holding
Oh, it's
one.
only one.
The front one.
Yep.
I'm thinking he can put this to bed. Just quite happy to stay on the draw. Then it just puts everything back onto Sheldon and how he can maybe look to play this. Right towards the back. So Sheldon's definitely got one. And if you could maybe remove that red. Are you looking at that red that's sitting at about 5 o'clock there? Trying to maybe shut that out of the way?
Yeah, just forehand, float underneath the blue. Land it. I'll probably get mine and give it away, but we'll give it a nudge.
Good on you. That's the attitude. We love that.
Guess if there's a chance to make a multiple, then he's got to be
Yep.
hungry for it and try and make
Absolutely.
something happen.
Now's the time to go
Yeah.
for it.
Well, he's got the support of his fellow bowlers and what he's trying to do.
Maybe this will be the end where his
Oh, he's following this
shot
one
will pull
keenly.
off.
He's following this one keenly. What's it
just
going to
ducking.
do?
I'll get out of there.
Oh, another one.
Dear, oh dear.
When it comes right, you know you're going to score in bunches, aren't you?
When the
You
tide
know
turns.
it. Oh, dear. What a cruel game. What a cruel mistress this thing called sport is.
Good.
So we head to, he's on the board, but he needs 5, and unfortunately, he's only going to get an opportunity to get 4. But again, a reminder, it's an end one and now an opportunity.
It goes ends first, eh?
I believe so. I'll clarify that with the powers that be for you.
Right.
Oh, we're having
Now,
a
this
wee
is
runner to
interesting.
try and guarantee the end.
Interesting one.
Typical Sheldon fashion.
Well, that's thinking about the grand scheme of things. And if you're sitting at home going, why has he just done that? Because, as we say, Yes, winning your games is important, but after that, it's how many ends you win, how many shots you win as well, your shot differential. So Sheldon, they're trying to get the end in the book.
Especially with that weight, you'll notice it wasn't a full drive. He's looking to really take it into the jack with him and make it unbeatable to secure that shot.
I think he's also quite aware that, 4 + 1 = 5, and that's not going to be enough to take the win.
So you just try and take what you can.
Next best
It's a
is
lovely
the
bowl.
end.
Oh, just about. Say.
Be interesting to know whether Ryan's as comfortable going his full-blooded drive that he can when he's on a carpet, because sometimes when you're driving on a carpet it just gets a bit more of like a skid.
What's this been all day? Very good.
On a natural grass, like he is just insanely quick.
Yes. Well,
Both.
he's got one out of the way there.
I was going to say, you don't often see him miss twice.
Yeah,
Well,
it's his go-to shot.
Well, and again, Ryan will understand too, trying to improve his points differential. He's going to get the last bowl here.
And it's good, like, practice as well. I mean, he's got the game, so he's going to need that drive potentially in other games going forward. So why not take the opportunity to actually give them a few goes and feel confident in that shot?
Rolls on up another one. That's going to be re-spot, and when that is re-spot, that is going to be shot 𝗬𝗆𝗃𝗲, Canada. I can shake hands and smile now, and you can almost see just
I was tempted to just run it off.
just a hint. You kind of get the feeling there's just a hint of admiration from your opponent there, Ryan, with what you're able to do.
Well, all 3 ends coming this way got killed and right back on the spot. So everyone knows how much I love that rule, so it worked out.
Continue to roll, though. Nice to just keep on that winning roll.
Yeah, obviously it's a bit of advantage. I played the first game of the night, only 1 game break, so got on and kept the field going from the first game.
Sheldon, it's going to come right. You feel that, don't you? You know it's just about going to be there.
Well, it's a good thing there's another 7 games.
Precisely. Great attitude. Wonderful game. Thank you so much, Ryan Bester. Sheldon Bagrie-Howley. And he still smiles through it, and that's what I love. I love the attitude. I love the intent. It's going to come right. Someone is going to find that out at some point over the course of Bowls5. So, Bester, 3 of 3, 11 ends, 1's good shot differential as well. So he leads into McIlroy now, Goddard and Bruce. Sheldon is the only one not to get on the board as of yet. I'm sure that will end at some point before the double round robin. Up next, here we go, ladies. Selina Goddard, Tayla Bruce. Any final words?
I mean, we'll have a good game. It's been a while since we've last played each other.
Oh, really? I would have thought you guys would have been playing sort of every couple of weeks or so. When was the last time you guys went heads up?
I don't even know, it all blurs into one.
I honestly would say probably like 2 years, maybe.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
Do you think? Yeah.
So, well, there we
Play
go.
so many bowls, I don't know.
So when we come back on Bowls5, for the first time, we think in 2 years, it's Selina Goddard versus Tayla Bruce.
Dear Diary, my move to Somerset has been quite the page turner. Sally wants me on the croquet team, but Beth says Mahjong is where all the fun is at. I can hear Barry's choir from here. And Kenneth's passionate about getting everyone's heart rate up. But Molly and I opted to do a whole lot of nothing today. A wonderfully underrated pastime.
High performance sports requires a laser focus every day. To get the best out of everyday life, consider vision correction by the professionals at Laser Eye Centre. With clinics in Pukekohe and 𝘄𝗶𝘃𝗲 and state-of-the-art theatres in Hamilton and now 𝘄𝗶𝘃𝗀𝗀, you'll be living your best life in no time. Get a free assessment, plus your Bowls5 number will get you a special offer on your procedure. Easy.
𝘄𝗶𝘃𝗲, let's get ready for our next encounter. Apparently, these guys haven't played each other in over 2 years. It's Tayla Bruce versus Selina Goddard. Let's get the coin toss done.
Your coin, not mine.
Call Tayla.
Tails, please. Tails for Tayla always.
Tails for Tayla.
Cool, you can start.
I haven't seen it head win.
So there we go. So Tayla gets the correct coin call, and we're away. We've got Shannon McIlroy. We've got Katelyn Inchback doing the commentary for us. Shannon looking a little bit more chirpier now that you're off the schneid. You're off and rolling.
I'm away. Look out.
Yeah, that's all it needs, isn't it? All it needs. So the opening end, and it's going to be Selina Goddard to get us underway. This is just the solitary game for Tayla this evening as we're back off and going here at this wonderful facility at the Pukekohe Bowls Club. Wonderful to be able to have the use of this for the duration of Bowls5.
It's a great facility. It's really good. Not only does it have a nice indoor bowling facility, but you got tempered bowling and other things next door. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, the indoor bowls, outdoor rinks as well. It's a wonderful community facility that they can utilise here in Pukekohe. So this will be another interesting old go, this one. Tayla, as I said, had a rough start with you, but gee, bounced back beautifully in your second game.
Absolutely, and that's to be expected from Tayla, such a class player. But I'm really excited for this matchup. Two of my good teammates played a lot of years of bowls with these two, and yeah, know they're going to bring their A game.
I was going to say, they'd be very familiar with each other's work, it is fair to say. And it looks as though Tayla has just snuck that onto the mat, so she'll hold shot at the moment.
Slight advantage, yeah, to Tayla at the moment. So plenty of room for Selina to chuck one towards the purple part of the circle. It's in the general area here.
That's
not
not
far
looking
away
bad at all, is it?
Yeah.
Will it stop?
It's a good correction.
Very nice.
Yes, it will. Right into the heart of it. Lovely response.
Opportunity for red balls. Little trail. She'll be looking just to turn through the last bowl, turn the jack around the corner. Just give it a chance to get some movement. She's not too far away.
Ooh,
She's going on the outside, but it gives her a good look what she's trying to do. Yeah, weight was good for her.
Waiting, so she's got a nice little pack waiting at the back there for if she so desires.
Yeah, Selina here just needs to be making sure she is up if she gets past, sort of looking to sit that shot on this left-hand side, get past, happy days.
Last bowl of this end for Selina.
Weight's not too bad here. Just got to be outside of the jack. She's played this pretty well.
That's a great shot.
That's a great shot. That's very good.
Really nice.
Even might have created 3.
Now Taylor's just
What's
got
happening now, please?
Good question.
Isn't it interesting how the one bowl that Selina just played there completely changed the position of advantage of scoring. The way it was set up was actually quite an easy shot for Tayla after her last bowl. She would have felt pretty confident playing something similar, but with just that turning the jack around the corner and hiding it, just changes the whole look of this end.
100%, and just forcing Tayla onto that other hand.
Which has been difficult, but she's given it a good
Roll
effort.
outs.
A bit more on it too.
Great effort on that side. Yeah, we have noticed, Shannon, that it is a little bit different on that side of the rinks.
Yeah, there's a slight pace adjustment there. They can catch you off. You notice that most go in this direction. Most of the players are playing this backhand side.
Two.
So yeah, it can catch you out a little bit. I've been caught on a couple of times just trying to draw a shot, or if you're forced down there. So just food for thought going forward.
And that's what you'll see these players do a lot, is changing the head and trying to make it harder for their opposition and force them onto those tougher shots.
So Selina up by a couple after the opening end. Been asking each of our commentators as you've come on through, sort of what's your origin story for bowls? Shannon, where did it all begin for you back in the day?
Oh, well, 32 years ago. Yeah, my beginning of my bowling career originated in Gisborne. So I'm a Gizzy boy, and started at very young, so it was about 92, 93 when I started.
I was going to say, if you said you'll be going 32
Yeah,
years,
it's a
because
long
I don't
time.
think you've actually reached the 4-decade mark, so
No.
we'd be talking sort of late single digits here. Getting
Mid.
Mid?
More close to mid, yeah. It was around about 6 when I started, but to be all honesty, like when I was born, the next day I was there at a bowling tournament. It was the Maori Nationals. My mum took me to, so like it was only inevitable really that I was going to end up.
That is very true.
Playing bowls. So
That
yeah, I
is
started
very true.
in Gisborne, and for the first 18 years I was there, and then I sort of moved around a bit, went to Auckland for a good part of 12 months up here, and then now down in Nelson with my family, my wife and my children. So
At the age of 5, even with the smallest size of bowl, it must have looked like you were holding like a truck tire.
we
hand
never
at some
used
stage.
small bowls back then, mate.
No.
They never made
so
them.
You just had.
Yeah, just standard bowls with brown shoes, and yeah, little Māori kid just rocking up. Dad played, my brothers played, so it was easy in that regard. But how much the game has changed since then, because bowls was a younger person sport back in those days. You wouldn't have seen it, and it was actually frowned upon. Actually, young people playing. They would rather the kids play a different sport. So it was a hard space to.
That's not the case now, though, isn't it? Heck.
No, absolutely not. It's completely opposite, and it's so good. The game's great. It's given me amazing opportunities to travel, meet some awesome people, and obviously more importantly now, like my wife and my children all play. So that's how we got, met was through this game.
It's a sport for life.
Yeah.
If you do start, you can go right the way through. We were talking about it at one point there. You could have, 15, 16-year-olds. Like Sheldon was talking about playing Ryan, how he played him when he was 14 years of age.
Yeah.
And so.
And the other part about bowls is one of the few sports where just your average club player gets an opportunity to play against world-class players.
Yep.
You don't get that a lot in other sports. With like golf, you wouldn't see Tiger just playing against a club golfer
Which bowl is
in a
third shot,
tournament
please?
base.
Yeah.
You normally have to qualify to get to that level, but bowls is open to the best, the beginners, all different ages, all different
And
abilities.
What about
And
fourth?
yeah.
Well, that was always some of the great stories. I remember from my time doing radio sport. Of course, it was a real staple over the Christmas New Year period, the Nationals, and hearing the big gun being knocked over by somebody who we had no idea who it was, and it was a great story, and it still remains that at the moment. It's one of the great things about it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the beauty of the sport.
Here's Tayla trying to get
Yeah.
a couple of shots back here. She's definitely holding one.
It's right in 10. The weight was good for a
Absolutely.
tuna jack and get the maximum out of it.
So 2-1 at the end of the second end.
It's going to be interesting when I have to play with the blue bowls, because I've only played with the red one so far.
When are you playing with glue?
I don't know. Maybe in a couple of nights' time.
Is it a significant thing for you?
I think if there's subtleties between the two sets, yes, it can be.
Interesting.
Playing with one set should be an advantage to a certain degree, because the line should stay the same. Then chopping and changing. Sometimes you can get two different colours, and the bowl itself might behave just a little bit. The characteristic of it would change slightly. So,
is that the case, or is that just your very furtive, overactive mind playing tricks with you? Because we have noticed, Shannon McIlroy, you do think about this game an extraordinary amount.
Yeah, I mean, I've just gotten used to analyse. I mean, if I'm honest, I'm a student of the game, to be honest, and I always will be looking for ways to learn to, regardless of how good you are, ways to improve, and then in turn, you become very analytical around small things. So you notice things, and so yeah, and it just sticks in my lid.
That's
shot, great shot.
Shot by the world champ. Touch it.
What about you, Katelyn? Do you analyse, or what's your approach to analysing the game as it's unfolding in front of you?
Yeah, I feel very like listening to you speak about your shots and the way your mind works was very interesting. Just to hear it. No, it was cool. It's hard. Obviously you're doing a lot of it in your mind, and you don't really. I suppose I might not be as aware as you as what the thought process is or what the actual process of it is. But I love visual, so everything I can see. So I love when I can go up to the head, have a look, which makes this a little more difficult.
If you like the visual, how about this bowl for you?
That's very good.
That is
very,
stunning.
very good.
Very
Absolutely
Taylor's
stunning.
honed in here, cracking shots.
It's important Selina just gives us a chance.
Yeah, she'll be arriving on her backhand here.
Definitely got more weight.
Yep.
And it's
a good target.
I tell you what, if she gets the outside one first, she's played this really good.
Wow, bravo.
Brilliant.
That is outstanding.
Top draw.
That is outstanding.
Wild. Wow.
What a shot. What a shot.
So, and similar to the last direction, one bowl. all of
Yeah,
a sudden,
changes everything. You're so right.
just how that looked.
It's not a toucher, is it?
And
I don't believe
interestingly enough, as you're saying, same situation. Taylor has one bowl to come
Yeah.
and changes her shot again.
Just clarifying there whether it was a toucher or not.
Speed ball.
And a rerunner.
Oh, it's ducking.
What's that going to do?
Oh.
I think.
That was a bit of a follow through. It might not be shot though.
Oh my goodness. What's the call? It's one red.
Oh my. The bowl
And
that
that's what can
came
happen
in,
with weight gains from the head.
where's
Anything's
that in
possible.
relation
Absolutely.
to the jack, please?
One ball in front.
Okay, thank you.
Still a nice head here for Selina to play to.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
Tricky hand, but there's a shelf there that she can confidently arrive through.
Absolutely.
She gets the jack clean, all good. And the shot ball.
A couple of twists and turns in this end. And
As long as she's got the weight. Looks like she's just needs to move a little bit down now.
oh, this is.
Oh, is she gonna?
What's it going to do?
It's not a bad attempt, really.
Fair
It's
attempt.
that's-
Absolutely.
That's an outstanding end of bowls.
2 feet on that line, she was good.
Yeah, 100%.
She probably
So
would have felt
just
that
the
it was
one.
2-2.
And we are all level heading to the fourth end. That was planned, wasn't it, Taylor?
I mean,
The glorious nature of sport there. Tell you what, this is fun. Just a couple of pieces.
I'll tell you what, when you're playing traditional game, normal 2-hour game,
Yeah.
and that happens regularly in a game, it is so difficult to keep yourself calm and just
Absolutely.
keep in the present, because it's one of the things that a lot of the top players, if it's going against you, sometimes it'll just keep going against you the whole game.
Yeah, I feel like I've worked on that a lot. Personally, I used to let that sort of thing get to me, but
It's very frustrating.
it
It's
is.
easy and it's human to be,
100%.
especially if you're set up a perfect end.
of
So,
course.
so that's one of the benefits of this, because you don't have time You don't have time. You don't have time to pout.
No sulking.
You've got to get over it. Yeah, this is the no sulk league.
Yeah, absolutely. And
I'd like
it's
to think it's sulking
you know,
anyway,
a lot of people get frustrated with that kind of result, but at the
Yeah.
end of the day, it is what it is. It can happen in bowls, can happen to anyone when they're playing, especially when there's weight going through the head.
100%. I see it a lot in fours when I'm playing in Australia with the girls, and a lot of people, you know, riding bowls, hoping it doesn't get in there, you know, hit something, make it, you know, crazy result. But I try and say to my team, like, at the end of the day, you can't control those sorts of things. So, what, you know, just expect the worst and see what happens.
I think we've touched on our new marketing strategy for next year's event. It's going to be called Bowls5 # the No Sulking League.
No sulking league, I like it.
# no time to pout. Maybe that works a little bit better.
That'll work. Yeah.
# that's a really good bowl.
That is good.
Selina Goddard.
Really
Good
nice.
That is very nice.
It's one of these 2-all playing the fourth end. It's be nice whoever scores this end for the multiple. The
Yeah.
single's good,
Single's good,
but then last bowl
absolutely.
you get last say of what's going to happen. And I think if you had the multiple lead by the 2 or more, it's a little bit easier if you had to go first.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Always love one down playing
Yep.
last bowl.
It's
There's always an opportunity on.
Well, if you manage to hold out to have shot going
Yeah.
into your last bowl, you're playing a winning bowl
100%.
with no reply, or you're saving the game.
I feel like there's some kind of university course that you should be running. Professor Shannon McIlroy at the University of Burnside, or maybe the University of Stoke, possibly.
I'd have to have my wife as my my 𝗀𝗶𝘃𝗃. She's probably heard me jabbing my jaws a wee bit about this game over the years.
Well, this is very evenly poised. Selina holding shot at the moment, and I say at the moment because it seems to be
Yes.
tracking very
very good.
nicely.
Really nice.
It's a good shot.
Yep.
Still
Holds on.
has it, so now it's back to Tayla.
Short Taylor.
Little Taylor.
Little Taylor. Opportunity here, though.
Absolutely.
She's got one in the pocket at the back as well, which probably dictates her weight. Got away good.
Yeah.
She's got a little bit on this, so she's got a hole past the front. It's just starting to go. She could turn the front.
It's going to just come underneath.
Weight was good for the
Speed was
shot.
good enough.
Really good.
So,
Here we go.
shot.
I still
Tayla
think-
Bruce, she'll take a 3-2 lead into the final end.
50-50 still this, even though Taylor's one up.
Absolutely.
So she can turn it into a 80-20 advantage if she lands right in front of the jack with this first bowl.
Reminder, if at the end of 5 ends we are tied, we go to the super end, the 1-bowl tiebreaker.
Be good to see another one.
It would be. We've only had the one, haven't we?
Yeah,
The first
first
one
game.
so far.
So it'd be good to see another super end.
Yeah, it would be exciting.
Game of Bowls5, that was Ryan Bester and Shannon McIlroy.
Yard short.
Tayla Bruce. Opportunity now for Goddard, down 1. All of a sudden, it's just got a little bit crisper
Yeah,
and
this is a
cooler
great
in here.
This is a
As
good
you can
start.
tell, this is some serious stuff. That's another lovely bowl. Shot now to Goddard.
Still though, little frame for Taylor. Sometimes when bowls sit jack level like this, it's the targets, especially if there's not a gap as such for a bowl to go through. The
Yeah.
target's actually wider, so the shot is actually easier to play as long as you give it a chance. She's definitely
Yes.
given a chance.
She's given that a
Definitely.
beautiful chance.
That's a great attempt
Yeah, absolutely.
Just about.
and probably a good miss. Like if she thinned that jack, she's putting
Yeah.
it behind the blue one. So it's, yeah, she's left it in a better spot where it is.
Absolutely. So Selina here, just trying to get a little tuck on that jack, try and tidy it up a little bit.
So when you say tuck, you just want to, you're meaning as in push it a bit
Yeah,
closer to her
but
shot
yeah,
bowl? Is that what
she
you mean?
could-
Or she
Yeah,
might,
she's
she might
just
square off and just,
like she's
okay.
Yeah, well, holding 2, which is good, but yeah, if she could just tuck it away, knowing Tayla was so close with her first one, she won't be far away with this one.
Remembering Selina will have the final bowl.
And she's one behind on the board, so she's currently holding the game.
Oh, I reckon it's going to be the other way under.
Could get a flick here.
Could get a result.
Another yard of weight, she would have. She's opened up the 2 bowls.
So she's used her opportunity on her 3rd bowl to come up and have a look at the head. Selina will have the option to do that as well off this next bowl. This is her 3rd of this final end.
What would you do here, Katelyn?
Well, I'm thinking, obviously, like you said, the 2 bowls can still go, so try and get another one in, but yeah, stay on that backhand. Hopefully your bowl finishes on that left-hand side of the jack. If not, you maybe tuck it around, which is going to be a really good shot.
She's close to tucking
Yeah,
this
she's
around.
close to tucking it.
Oh, wow.
Wowzers.
Swinging a lot there.
That's 3, but that is a lot of bowls
So, yeah.
in a tight wee.
I don't know if I want to watch this.
So she's played a cracking shot, but yeah, obviously just made a little group, so...
Well, you've actually, because you think about how do you improve the head? And you've actually probably improved the head to the fact that she hits that front one will pop out, and one should stay. Depends if the jack gets movement.
Professor McIlroy, PhD at the moment here. Tayla just working through her own calculations at the moment.
I know what Bessa would do.
Great for me, even if I hit it.
I know what Sheldon would do.
Yeah. Depends if this is just one of those, it's a personal confidence thing, what she sees going through, whether it's forehand quick or backhand trail.
Well,
Speed bowl.
She's watching it.
does she like that? Does she like that? Oh, goes through.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, and I think that's still 2 to blue, or is it? Possibly. Yes, it is.
Margin. Oh, it's up to you, mate.
Oh, hello.
Go, Selina, we're back. Yeah.
Let's go.
A reminder, as we said, it's all about wins, ends, and shots. And so I think that's what Selina Goddard is probably thinking about right now as she starts to tiptoe her way back.
Is this possibly the dumbest decision?
Up here.
Yeah.
She's got to draw up here.
What are you going to do, Selina?
Probably drop it short.
Surely you want a
Wow.
tie break.
Give people what they want and
See, if she never got the 3rd one in there and it stayed the same and Tayla played that shot, she actually would have landed full 2nd.
Absolutely.
The way that that's at.
Yeah, 100%. So she did end up, changing it and making it, like you said, improving it. Don't worry, she's
Happening
checking.
with this one here.
She's all right. She's
She's
up to the front
all
of
Yeah,
it,
no, that's
back to normal.
Gives us a cheeky
Well.
little grin on the way past.
Oh, good game.
2 shots on the final end, and Selina Goddard gets the W. 4-3. That's another
a good game.
cracking game.
Good game. Girls played well.
How's the head? That seems to me to be a very, very mental, cerebral type of game both of you have had to play. There seemed to be a lot of thinking with regards, particularly those final 2-3 ends. Is that fair?
I think we just knew it was close and, you just lift up your focus, I think, because we knew we had to be in that target to really score and make something happen, even to set something up for ourselves. We were prepared to, I think, have to convert, so that's sort of the nature of the game.
Selina, what was the decision you were contemplating with your last bowl? Because it did look like you were wrestling with something there.
Yeah, it was more just thinking about the grand scheme of things. Is that one more shot going to be the difference between me being higher up on the ladder or not? And I mean, there was a low risk, I guess, there to draw, but it was very fine lines. And so I think, you know, every kind of bowl you can get on this surface in this short format is going to be helpful. So I called it, you know, I'd do a classic Selina short bowl, even though I was trying. But yeah, no, I just didn't want to be too risky, but give it a chance.
Well, another wonderful game of bowls. Well done by both of you. And that's been just, again, that lovely ebb and flow that we enjoy so much about sport and always sort of comes to the fore in a wonderful game of bowls. Let's go back and have a look at the points table, see how it stands. It's still Bester from Goddard. Now moves up into that third spot. Shannon McIlroy's going to get an opportunity to try and join Katelyn Inch and Selina Goddard there on 2 wins, because he's up next against Sheldon Bagrie-Howley. And Shannon, you ought to be on high alert, because it really does seem to me as though Sheldon, his margins have just been so minimal. He's going to get one right, and I suspect you don't want it to be against you.
Absolutely. It's the nature of the beast when people approach the game like that. It's some days you'll wake up and you'll get those all day, and other days you can be just off and not quite get the results. So still comes back to, I think, going off how he's played, and there might be a little few tricks in this rink when you're playing with weights. So if his percentages are down, it's actually to my benefit to make him keep going there.
There we go. The professor in the house. He goes up against Sheldon Bagrie-Howley next on Bowls5.
Dear Diary, my move to Somerset has been quite the page turner. Sally wants me on the croquet team, but Beth says Mahjong is where all the fun is at. I can hear Barry's choir from here. And Kenneth's passionate about getting everyone's heart rate up. But Molly and I opted to do a whole lot of nothing today. A wonderfully underrated pastime.
High-performance sports requires a laser focus every day. To get the best out of everyday life, consider vision correction by the professionals at Laser Eye Centre. With clinics in Pukekohe and 𝗀𝗶𝘃𝗲 and state-of-the-art theatres in Hamilton and now 𝗀𝗶𝘃𝗀𝗀, you'll be living your best life in no time. Get a free assessment, plus your Bowls Hub number will get you a special offer on your procedure. Easy.
Welcome back. It is time for our final game on the second night of Bowls5. It is Shannon McIlroy versus Sheldon Bagrie-Howley. Coin toss has been made. All is in readiness.
Take it.
Well, we've got Ryan Bester and Katelyn Inch ready to go for this one. This is going to be a really interesting. It's the aggression of Sheldon versus the guy. I think we're going to dub him the professor. There really is this scientific element to the way that Shannon McIlroy goes about the game of bowls.
Yeah, he's such a smart guy coming to balls, and he,
Thanks, Bryce.
he articulates it very well. Yeah, it's going to be a huge final game of week 1 of the Bowls5, and it's a big game. Sheldon wants to get off the mark, and Shannon wants to get to 2-2. Great start by Shannon, by the way. Don't want to touch her.
Well, I just get the feeling it's going to come right for this young man that's just delivered that bowl. It's just, as I said, the margins in those losses so far have been so small.
Very good start there by Sheldon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. He hasn't been far away at all. He's definitely, you can feel the momentum building. So, it'll be interesting to see how this game pans out.
Yeah, after our game, he said he might just go stop playing little running shots and just go big or just try to draw. So a bit of a change of game plan, which is going to happen. 10 games that you have to keep learning about the rink, and we'll see if he brings that into this game against Shannon.
So at the moment, Shannon holding 1.
Yeah.
Sheldon beat Shannon in the Nationals in the quarterfinals this year in Christchurch, so maybe that'll be a little bit of a boost that Sheldon needs.
Comes just slightly
Yeah.
under. So he's in a good position though.
Yep, Shannon's got to make sure
The
this
shot
ball's
ball in
passed.
relation to Jack High, please.
About 1.5 bowls in front.
Okay, thank you.
So Shannon here, just looking to get round his own, work through it. Like you said, doesn't want to put another one short and give Sheldon that opportunity on the first end.
Where's that hook? Where's that hook?
There it is, up. Yeah. Cuts down the target as well a bit.
Still only one?
Only 2, I think. It's close, but I'll get back 2.
I think we backhand. Just trying to find that gap. Land the ball, trail
Yeah.
the jack.
Looks like a nice little
So the shot bowl is
there.
past the jack now.
You can use the
Yeah,
wing
it's
one
about
as well.
half a bowl behind.
Okay, cool, thank you.
There, can it just hook it in
Just has
touch?
to get inside of it. Oh, yeah.
fair effort, got second
Yeah, at least
shot.
got second,
Yeah,
so effective ball there.
absolutely.
This might force Shannon on the forehand there. Doesn't wanna turn that
Third
blue
shot,
one
please.
in.
Which bowl?
Just seeking that clarification. Sue has been very busy.
Yeah, she has.
Very close between that one and that one.
Okay, thank you.
So this is the
Sorry, one more. The blue bowl out here on the wing. That's full bowl pass, jack level.
Yeah, 2.
Okay, tough.
So, yeah, questions from Sheldon there.
Anything else?
From Shannon there. Look at
We got it. We're good. Right, okay.
I think we're good.
Okay,
Good.
excellent. As you were, sir.
just looking to draw on the forehand, get another one in.
Little skip. Looking. What does he think?
Just getting caught in that slower track out there.
Yeah.
So, opportunity.
Yeah, I think.
Now he's a big choice for Sheldon to make.
Yeah, lift that bowl.
He's got two options. He can draw the backhand, roll his, draw the shot, or rumble up the forehand.
Your back one's fourth.
Ah, thank you. That makes it a lot simpler.
There you go. Very nice there of
Yeah.
Shannon, just to provide a little bit of information.
Yeah, so Shannon's got first and third, so if he does attack, he doesn't want to lose his own and drop it 2. But his bowl's 5, he wants to attack.
Is that one just going to sneak in? What's it going to do?
Just high.
Just through.
Well, won the first 10's not a disaster.
No.
It was a pretty good head. The bowls kept changing.
Righty-ho, so Shannon up by 1.
And as he alluded to, he's still using his red bowls. He's played all in red so far, so whether it's a bowls thing or a superstition thing, who knows? Might help.
I wouldn't have thought that someone who analyses the game to the degree of Shannon McIlroy would really give the proverbial about whether he uses a blue or a red bowl. But that said, it is obvious sport and everyone has their wee superstitions.
Yeah, I think every bowler does.
Okay then.
Absolutely.
Right, well, you guys, now that you've opened the lid by agreeing to that there, Katelyn Inch, superstition, which one is it?
Oh, I'm, superstitious, like in terms of, if something's working, I have to keep doing the same thing, whether it's wearing this, wearing the same colour socks or whatever it may be, using the same rag. I just have to keep going, and something's not working, change it. Can't be the bowl's fault, can't be my fault, it has to be something I'm not doing, so.
Well, Ryan Bester, you can't be superstitious because otherwise you wouldn't have agreed for that bet to cut off your hair, so.
I'm only superstitious on Sundays.
Only on a Sunday?
Now, if you have a roll-up, I always have to go backhand first, and when I put my bowls away, the little circles have to be facing up.
Oh, wow.
Well, that is
Those
pedantic.
are my two, yeah.
No, it's only pedantic if it doesn't work.
Yeah.
It works, clearly.
It clearly works. It clearly works.
Got to catch on to this.
I like that. That's an interesting one. There we go.
A little bit loose.
I say, if it works for a world champion.
Absolutely. Take it on board.
Yeah, very good track here. So to run the journey, get back in on the mat.
I say that your superstitions were a lot healthier than mine when I was playing sport. I had my best ever cricket season when I ate a cream egg before every game.
Wow.
Well, and yeah, wow, but it's not exactly doing all that really good healthy stuff.
It's not, but it
works.
works.
It worked well.
So
It worked well.
exactly.
Yeah, it did work well.
Stick with what works.
Yes, it does work.
Yeah, it's a bit.
All right, a little bit of space here still. So Shannon just looking to correct on his last.
It is a big game, and for the table.
It is.
Yeah, it's game 4 now. Getting to the halfway point.
Oh, golly.
Close.
Well, you'd think it's shot for McIlroy, maybe measure for the second, but there's a lot of space for Sheldon here. Very pensive look on his face.
Try to get up.
Oh, just
under
and it falls away.
It sometimes happens in bowls. If the first 2 bowls are a bit far away, then that one's in. You kind of throws out. Look at like darts. If someone throws like a 180, next person usually gets pretty close to it. Just that visual.
Let's have a look.
So I think it's 2. I heard
2.
Yeah,
2 to McIlroy, so he's up 3-0 as we head to the middle.
That's quite tricky. It's a bit odd actually.
So
look at all the
Shannon,
ones
who's had a
some dip and some
little bounce back. Still, it's only a 3-shot lead. We've already seen how these games can just turn. We know that it is hard to, as Shannon has been telling us, how hard it is to get those multiples, but it hasn't been impossible because we have seen some big chunks on occasions.
So Sheldon here changing hands, which might do him the trick, just getting onto that other side, trying it out. It is a little bit slower, so.
Yeah, the last end of our game, he switched to forehand. And
okay.
Yeah, he drew 2 or 3 really good shots at end. So that sometimes, if, in our game, the last end didn't really mean something, but still, you try to learn something about the rink that you can take into the next game or the next week. Shane's been playing this backhand really good the whole tournament.
Yeah, I found that he's been doing really well to get back to that jack and find that centre line. Whereas, yeah, I feel like I've struggled in that department so far.
And here we go.
Shot.
Both bowls, yeah.
Oh,
great
that's
shot.
nice.
Here we go. Good
That's
shot.
That might be the shot.
Good response. Could be the change of fortune that Sheldon's been looking for. I'm sure the professor will want to just put another one right by the jack. And
But, Sheldon, he can run his, this ball, run it off, and the next one would be guaranteed 2 shots.
Yep.
Great shot
touch
there.
Good shot there, brilliant.
He might have hit his ball behind the short blue one as well.
There's Sheldon back to the draw. A little bit of space to work with.
Yep.
Going through the mat as well.
Oh, is
Interesting
that
to see
just
if it
going to
pulls
sneak in?
So it's a stop. I think it does.
Shot.
Lovely
2 great
shot.
shots.
He holds
Very
one.
good. Full bowl short, yeah?
Your ball, that
The-
ball short.
No, the shot bowl, please.
Shot
Sorry.
ball. Jack level.
Thank you.
So lots of chances here for Shannon. Just has to be up in the area. Land the shot ball, land the jack, and you can't get a feather off his short red one.
Just
He
gotta
needs it to get down.
Where's that hook that he wants? Where's that hook? Hook through.
That does help though. They got past that. Sheldon can't trill it for 3.
All right, so opportunity now for Sheldon.
These are the big ones that you need to get in there. Those bonus shots.
That one tracking.
Fair track. All on the weight now. Friends in the jack. He's okay.
Stop
Yep,
right on
good
there.
shot.
There we
Great
go.
shots.
There we go.
That's why he skips for New Zealand. Shots like that.
Yeah.
That is really nice. Couple of shots
2.
on the third end. 3-2. McIlroy leads. As we head to the pivotal 4th.
As you say, that that good running shot, 2 balls out, could be that change that Sheldon needs in this tournament.
Absolutely. 3 great shots on that end from Sheldon, so give him that confidence going into this next end. And we see him playing the far side again, that hand.
As I said, I mean, when we've watched him in those previous games, look, he's been in all of them. And it's not like you're sitting there saying, like, he's playing really bad bowls. He's playing good bowls. He was beaten by some very good bowlers, but he's just always seemed to be just those little millimetres here, and a centimetre there. And
Yeah, the jack goes out of bounds by only like a foot or 6 inches if it
Yeah.
stays in bounds. And over a long tournament like this, 10 games each, you're going to have your ups and downs, and you just have to ride them out. Shannon, very cool and collective, draws a shot, puts the pressure on early.
great opening bowl.
So no mucking about with these guys. Straight on the mat, they know what they've got to do.
Yep, no shot clock needed.
Nope.
Fairly close here, I think. Just has to
Yeah,
get
just-
down.
Sneak on in.
Yeah. Fair
effort,
effort.
just short.
Shannon holding the shot there.
Shannon just having a wee look at the target mat behind him to suss out some distances.
Yeah.
You got it? Sorted?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very smart dude.
This is what I
He's
mean.
a
Look,
smart guy.
I'm sitting there and wondering, what was he doing? You were onto it straight away. Just using that reference point. Does not leave any stone unturned. Oh, is this one just
Has to run it
a
out.
little bit?
Has to run it out.
Just
Shot bowl, level, low.
It does beat the short front one, so it does help out. If Sheldon does drive and get those 2 balls out, he'll still be holding.
Yeah, attacking.
Yeah, I think he's
shot.
got to land the red one or bump his own up.
Yep.
Get lucky. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
and he did. There we go. He wanted, he got.
Da 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 da.
Okay, a bit of attacking shot here from Shannon. Something very similar to what Sheldon played. Land the ball, you can get off his.
Chances of
He
these
can get
ones.
lucky as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we've got at least 2 seconds now.
Yeah, made a lot better.
Sheldon holds. Remembering though that McIlroy will have the final bowl on this 4th end.
It's quite hard for Sheldon to get another one in there. He almost has to play the forehand and just try to draw his own ball. But that could create a target, even a bigger target for Shannon. So
Yes.
It's in the middle.
Yes.
it's a big chess
And,
game out there.
If he hits the blue, is it going to hit the red one?
No idea.
how far off is my shot? A bit of a gap. Thank you.
Now it's Sheldon's turn to do the computations in his head.
Should be.
Yep.
Fascinating watching these two players, the thought that they're putting into it, the analysis.
So Sheldon just looking to get another one in.
Yeah.
Ice
Jaws is
under
all
the
front.
red.
Off that one there, just keeps going. And off that, 2 shots. Now some food for thought. Shannon McIlroy.
What are the 2 blue balls in relation to each other?
Just about level there.
Level
And the
across the
front.
front, both.
Yeah.
Two down here.
Take 2 balls
Yes.
out.
Yep.
If he gets a shot one onto the jack and goes in the ditch, he'll hold 1. So
I know your eyes will be lighting up, Bester, if you saw
Yeah.
this head.
like Christmas morning.
Absolutely.
Right, well, McIlroy. Another one on the drive. Can he split him?
Yeah.
It's a really
He's
good
taken
shot.
that.
But he took out his own back
Took
one.
his back
So
one. Jack stayed in bounds.
yeah, I'm lucky. It
In
could
the
be
ditch.
2 or 3 for Sheldon.
Let's see what has happened here. Them
It's
all
good
unpack
strike, but
this.
unlucky.
Yeah, great shot there. Just got it square. It's taken one.
I think that one there's in, but I think it's close to 2 days.
So we will be
Toe rope.
going at worst even.
Get the toe rope out. he
And
says.
right, so Sue's got to make the long trick. She's got all the kit that we're going to need for this one.
The shot ball would have missed the back one. And then
I didn't get the 𝗀𝗶𝗃𝗲.
There you can see where the jack is in the ditch. This will be a team effort from Sue. She gets down. Margaret now looking at those different
Red one first, it's the closest.
bowls that are in the mix here.
On it, yeah.
Yeah, could be
Ching.
1, 2, or 3 here.
the blue.
I'll guess it's 2.
Yeah, that's a shot. That's not
2.
one blue.
yeah, taken up.
Someone with not bad eyes. You've done well there, Bester.
Say it is 2 shots.
Shots.
Sheldon Bagrie-Howley. So now he takes a 1-shot advantage into the final end. 4-3 against Shannon McIlroy.
Hopefully it's not the final end. Hopefully we get another super end, I think. That'd be
I reckon
quite
that'd be
interesting
pretty
to finish
cool.
off the week.
Well, he's got a smile on his face. He's finally had a couple of things fall. We knew it was going to break for you eventually, Sheldon, and it has.
He's had a wee look
One
at the
in to go.
scoreboard. Yep, realises he's one up. That was a good end there from Sheldon, like getting more bowls in the area, getting them in the head and forcing Shannon to play that weight, and you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, he got a fortunate result with his 3rd one.
He did.
Shannon didn't do much wrong. He hasn't done much wrong. Both ends he's lost. So.
No, he hasn't.
I think it's been fair to say we've seen a lot of this. Players playing really, really good bowls, and just as happens in sport, the other bowler just finding that little something that you need at the right time. With the standard of bowls that we've seen, again, remains incredibly high.
Yeah, I think it's still even going to get even better as the weeks go by.
Well, McIlroy wanting to try and just get one right in the mix, just a hair short.
Put the blockers in first.
Just a reminder as well, Shannon will have the final say on this end as well, only down a shot. Forehand now is Shannon Bagrie-Howley.
I don't think that's up.
Yeah, he wants it to go, and I don't think it's going to.
Big chance here for Shan.
All in front, none behind.
This one has to run as well.
Is this one going to come just outside? It seems to be
We'll get past
tracking
that
very,
one.
very
Yeah.
nicely.
class there.
Brilliant shot.
Absolutely brilliant there. End up in a perfect spot as well, just in front of the jack. I know Sheldon's just has to try to get a really good second.
Boys, could have heard that. Come up a little short.
Wasn't that far off on speed either.
That's definitely one to Shannon McIlroy.
Chuck it out there with good weight and just hold two, and hopefully Sheldon misses.
Very tense way to finish. Night number 2.
And then on that wider track.
Is that hook going to come in for him?
Just needs good speed. If he gets onto the mat.
Well,
It
it is past. Could come in useful.
Still a good shot if Sheldon, you know, drives up through the middle. He's got another one back if the jack goes back. So
Absolutely.
he didn't sit one that, you know, Sheldon could drive and use it. So
Yeah.
So as you look at the head here, it's definitely one for Shannon. Do you favour blue for second shot as you take a look at that angle?
Blue would be second. So right now Sheldon's like, just get another good second and try to get to that super end. If he somehow gets a shot, it'd be kind of a bit of a bonus here.
Yeah.
Just how the short balls have set up.
Final bowler's on the way. Yeah, starting to turn. So got the weight to keep rolling out. He wants it to keep coming across. Oh, that is a lovely bowl. It's still one red though.
It's a really good shot though. It's a really good second. That might
now
force Sheldon
all he
on
can
that.
do is
Other hand.
come and lean on the bar, Lena, and just wait.
Shannon have been.
Shannon's got his protractor out, trying to figure
Yeah.
out what he's got to do. Doesn't want to get on the back end of Sheldon's last ball and hit in for shot. I think if he plays the forehand, yeah, it'd be very, very hard to give away a shot.
So as you're looking at a head like that, this is really just, it's risk versus reward, isn't it? At what point do you sit there and go, you know what, I'm going to take my shot and I'm going to take my chances in the super end?
Now he's got last ball, so he's got, you know, just over a foot to draw it. So, man, if his caliber, he'd be backing himself to give him a good crack at it.
Yeah,
do it. Righty-ho.
absolutely. Take your chance while you can.
Well, he's had a look, he's had a thought, and the game faces on. He holds one. This for the win. He's looking at it rather pensively. Is it going to sneak around the outside of that blue bowl? Is it going to keep tracking? Is it going to keep tracking?
2 foot short.
It is just short. We wait confirmation. It is all tied up.
One.
It is 4 apiece.
That's actually really good.
And we're going to finish with the super end. A 1 bowl tiebreaker. A coin toss. No mucking around.
Hey, so
here we go.
First up. Right now he just wants anything on the mat.
Super end.
Full ball on the
Here we
mat.
come.
We know that Shannon's got the experience of the super end. See whether that is of any use. A great finish. Go to it.
How is it, Shannon?
Looking, staring it down. It's a very confident wee strut now, a jogger behind
To
it.
get it up onto the mat.
Oh, that's
pretty good.
Well,
only
it's
2
all
feet
there
away.
for Sheldon. On its way. Oh, he looks a bit pensive on it. It's going to track back. That's coming back. That's coming back. Has he got the weight? It's
hit the
going.
got
It's
it.
going. Is it going to go through? He's got it. He's got it. And he's on the board. Finally. We knew it was going to come right for him eventually, and it has. He gets the win in the super end.
Super ends are not my go.
Well,
I've tried to go last.
What can you do, Shannon? What can you do? I guess that's the nature of the super end concept that we have here for Bowls5.
Oh, exactly, and that's, you know, if you get close and run it off, you can't do much about it. You're just hoping for the other guy just to fail, really. But, I mean, that game in particular, probably one end, I was a little bit unfortunate on the drive. Got it real flush, any halve, I'm scoring. If not one, maybe multiples. So, but that's just the way it is.
Sheldon, finally, we thought your luck was going to have to change at some point, but I don't actually think that was a little bit of luck. You just had some really nice bowls in there. That must feel really good to get on the board.
Oh, yeah, it is good to get a rhythm. I heard you talking about superstition before, so like the whole event so far I've been blue. So I was thinking if I lost this one, I was just not going to play the rest of the blue one and go to red, but no, it's good to get that one up.
Well done both of you. Another outstanding game, another cracking game as well to finish our day. It was absolutely superb. Let's have a look at the scoreboard at the end of our second night. Bester 3-0. Ryan off and rolling. Katelyn 𝗀𝗃𝗃, who's also been in commentary. She's sitting second. Selina Goddard with 2 wins as well. And then it's McIlroy, Bruce and Sheldon Bagrie-Howley finally getting on the board. So very, very congested as we take a look at what we're going to be doing at our next Bowls evening, which will be next week. Let's have a look at that particular schedule coming up, because we start off with a cracker. World Champ versus World Champ. It's Ryan Bester versus Tayla Bruce. Then Katelyn 𝗀𝗃𝗃 gets back in action against Selina Goddard. Then we see Tayla Bruce again. Nice quick. She'll like that. She finds it quite a moreish sort of events, Tayla. So she'll like being back on the rink nice and early against Sheldon Bagrie-Howley. And then we've got Shannon McIlroy, Selina Goddard. And then Ryan Bester and Katelyn 𝗀𝗃𝗃 will get the opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to finish us off next time we are here at the Pukekohe Bowls Club. This is rolling along really, really nicely. We thank you so much for your company, and we look forward to you joining us again next week on Bowls5.
Dear Diary, my move to Somerset has been quite the page turner. Sally wants me on the croquet team, but Beth says Mahjong is where all the fun is at. I can hear Barry's choir from here. And Kenneth's passionate about getting everyone's heart rate up. But Molly and I opted to do a whole lot of nothing today. A wonderfully underrated pastime.
High-performance sports requires a laser focus every day. To get the best out of everyday life, consider vision correction by the professionals at Laser Eye Centre. With clinics in Pukekohe and 𝗀𝗶𝘃𝗃 and state-of-the-art theatres in Hamilton and now 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃, you'll be living your best life in no time. Get a free assessment, plus your Bowls5 number will get you a special offer on your procedure. Easy.